This is it, a can't-miss game and a backdrop to match the special occasion. The fans had this one circled on their calendars long ago, and now it's a matter of who will dominate on the pitch. Big characters on the big stage. What a prospect. Don't go anywhere, all the action coming up next.
And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. I'm Derek Ray, and adjacent to me in the commentary box is Stuart Robson. And the focus is on the Bundesliga. Live action coming up. It is Stuttgart against Werder Bremen.
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
And so the Stuttgart starting 11.
Well, it looks like they're going to play in a 3-4-3 formation, but without wing-backs. So although they might have an overload in midfield, they will be vulnerable to any switches of play by the opposition.
Well, a promising looking attack, but comes to nothing in the end. And here's the initial 11 for Werder Bremen.
Well, it looks like a 3-4-2-1, but key to this formation will be the two wing-backs. They've got a lot of ground to cover, both in attack and defensively.
Oh, hang on, Stuart, it's a chance. Oh, fine stop. Corner kick played in, and clearing his lines. Determined defending. Well, you never quite know who's going to emerge from the shadows and become a match winner, but this man might be a decent shout. What are you expecting to see from him, Stuart?
Well, Derek, we know he's a good all-round finisher, but I think his greatest attribute is his heading ability. He seems to hang in the air, he's got great technique when the ball comes onto his head, and he usually hits the target. That's his greatest skill.
Still could put it away. Looking for a teammate. Determined defending. It's a short corner. Well, pressure building, another corner. Playing it in. The clearance wasn't decisive. And playing it through. Still alive. Anthony Young. Good high press. That's really good and effective physical play, and a lot to like about this attack. Keita. Well, what a stop it was.
Well, I have to say, that's a magnificent save. That's a top-class piece of goalkeeping.
And over it comes. Well, he made great contact with that one, but the goalkeeper had his own ideas. Well, behind for another corner. It's a short one. Now what can they do from here? Fine tackle there to prevent the chance. Endo. And an astute piece of defending. Wagnerman. It is a decent looking attack here. And it's with Wagnerman. Will he find the net? Able to deal with the threat. Wataru Endo. Oh, might be. And the goalkeeper covered a lot of ground to push that away from danger. So 1 minute of stoppage time. That's what the officials have said. And there we have it. That will be all for the first half here in Stuttgart. Well, he was one of their better players in the first half, but needed... And so the second half gets underway. Almost a case of the two teams saying to each other, whatever you can do, I can do just as well. Still level here, but the pressure escalating. Well, the keeper had plenty to think about with bodies around him. And Bremen regaining possession. Anthony Jung. Counter-attacking chance. Girassi. And easily intercepted. Fury. Ito. And Sosa here. You can almost see their opponents racking their brains. How do we stop this? But then the commentator's curse comes into play. Mitchell Weiser. Not what he was intending. Bad pass. Stage. Weiser with it. Takes aim. Well, he had the confidence to try his luck and denied only by the post.
Well, the keeper was beaten. He hit it so cleanly, it's just the wrong side of the post.
Bonna Sosa. Can they create something from here? Well, possibilities in the centre. And a goal! Just when we wondered if this might finish 0-0. There it is. They're in front.
Let's see this again, because the delivery into the box couldn't be any better. Played into just the right area, and it ends up with a fairly simple finish. Certainly not much the goalkeeper can do about that.
Well, back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. And into the last 20 minutes. Naby Keita. Anthony Jung. Stage. Defensive roadblock in the way of that cross. And defensive play to be applauded. Counter-attacking, very much an option. Endo. Well, showing good patience. Good idea. Has a go. Reading it well. Great block again. Mitchell Weiser. Naby Keita. Weiser with it. 5 minutes remaining, and one thing is certain, no one is leaving because it's still close. How can they turn one of these attacks into a goal? This could square the game. The keeper was never likely to be in trouble then. Wataru Endo. And it's with Wagnerman. Not a huge chunk of added time, 1 minute. And a chance to whip it in here. And the cross not quite accurate enough. The referee blows for full time. It ends at a victory for the home team.
There wasn't much in it, to be honest.